Let me ask you a question only you can answer, Lawrence Krauss.
Yeah.
Right now, we see these AI scientists developing technology that could exterminate them. And we saw maybe the same thing happening, at
Nuclear weapons, for sure.
Yeah, in Los Alamos, back in the day. Mm-hmm. And yet, if you see someone that's dedicated decades of their lives, they grew up with this thing that one day I'll solve this problem that seems unsolvable. You see a scientist that's faced with creating something that could literally kill him, or missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime, maybe the opportunity of a species to do so. I would argue that you probably are a mind like some of these minds, and you work with these minds, and I had brief brushes with people like that in MIT. Well, what's it like to be in that brain, an Oppenheimer brain, or a brain where you're looking at this problem that it's just so tantalizing?
It's so sweet, as I think Feynman may have said, or someone, I think Feynman said, they put aside the moral or the ethical issues. The problem itself was so seductive. And the point is, look, scientists have to be true believers in some sense. The big difference is when they find out they're wrong, they're willing to throw that out. But you can't spend 20 years of your life working on something without being driven to think it's the apex of human existence or true. String theorists have been working for many years. It may not be true, but they work very hard on it. And so I think it's like anything else. You're driven. Humans are hardwired to want to solve puzzles. That's what makes it exciting. And these are tantalizing. And people are sometimes driven to madness. The great thing about science is it isn't done by one person. When one person working alone on something for 20 years ends up producing something that's nonsense, almost 99.99% of the time. If you lock the best physicists in the world in a room that didn't let them have any access to what's going on in experimental physicists, they'd come up with theories that are nonsense. Okay? That's why you always worry. I get letters every day from some people who are saying, I've been working on this my whole life and I've come up with the theory of everything. Okay? Science is a dialectic. It comes from a confronting and people being willing to be confronted by, critically, other people. It's not safe, but that's great. Not being safe is what it's all about. And so I think that people are of course driven by their biases and predilections and interests. But science progresses, the whole scientific process has been worked because it surpasses the myopia and the solipsism of individual human beings. It's a dialectic that allows you come up with something, it's been questioned, it's tested, and then if it works, okay, but it's tested again, so the scientific process has brought us in 400 years from Newton to us because it overcomes the vicissitudes of human life and individual biases and predilections. Scientists, like it or not, are human beings. It's a secret, but it's true. And science, however, is something different.
So it's good that they get obsessed by these issues.
It's okay, because then it's okay as long as you have the scientific community.
Right.
So the community progresses by having this dialectic, by having this willing and open, active, critical discourse, which is what's being so restricted in academia nowadays. So science can only progress if you not only as my favorite line from the publisher of the New York Times, I like to keep an open mind, but not so open that my brains fall out. And science progresses only if you can have that critical conflict. If the community will constantly question aggressively your ideas. So it's great to have people follow their interests, and most of them are wrong, because then every now and then you'll be right, and that's why. And so science progresses by having a lot of people following their interests. And most scientists are not trying to save the world; they're just doing what they like to do, because you couldn't do it for a whole life if you didn't enjoy it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.